What's up with y'all, man? We back with another video. Today is day 3 of the Topstep challenge. Going a lot better. You can see here on the top left, finish out the day with just under $900. Got about $1,000 left till we beat the challenge account, and then we get funded. So, does in the chat, man. I feel good. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot more patient today. It was a lot more disciplined with my entries, as well as waiting for the move instead of feeling like I need to recuperate the losses immediately. So let's give a breakdown on the trades that I took, and then at the end of the video show you guys the overall stats from today. So today is August 8th, 2025. It's a Friday. Understanding that typically on Fridays you get most of your volume on that day. Well, I shouldn't say most of your volume, but typically Fridays are just high volume days. So starting off how we normally do it, I'll clear everything and show you guys how I got the markings on my chart that I did. So I always start off with the 7 a.m. markup. So let's find 7 a.m. In between 7 a.m. and 9:30, I want to find my highest high and my lowest low. So highest high would be right here. My lowest low will be right here. Let me just mark these up for you guys. Cool. I'm gonna move back up to the higher time frames just to see what else that we have. We understand higher time frames hold more weight. So if I go back up here to the 4 hour, a point of interest that I still had was this volume imbalance right here. I was explaining to my friends the other day. I look at these areas as potential support and resistance. Reason being is because understanding that price is going to want to respect these levels, it gives me an idea of what type of reaction I can expect when price gets here. Let's change this color, make it blue. Now that we know where 7 a.m. is, let's get that out the way so it ain't blocking too much. I'm gonna drop it back down here to the 5 minute so I can show you guys this as well. One thing that I noticed is right here on this rundown, you can see price took out these relative equal lows or this intermediate sell side liquidity. So I had this marked up as well. We understand that typically after price takes out a high or a low or a liquidity in general, that gives a stronger indication that we're going to get a reversal. So with that being said, I was already plotting on price wanting to move up. Plus on top of that, you can see right here where my cursor is, these highs just look equal for me. So if I were to drag this out, which is funny, it's actually around 7 a.m. You can see from this point and this point, you can see just how relative equal that they see. So that was something that my eyes were drawn to as well. Second thing is, I also wanted to see if price came up above these relative equal highs, if it would take out this high, which obviously in hindsight we can see that it did. But I'll show you guys the trade that I took that I wrote it up to this level. So one thing that I wanted to be mindful of, I didn't know if price was going to consolidate right here and then take out this low first. So even though we took out these intermediate lows, I didn't know if price wanted to liquidate this lowest low first before going back up. So that was something that I wanted to wait on. Moving down to the 1 minute, you can see most of the business was happening right here. So this is the consolidation point I was talking about. We also have relative equal highs right here. So we have another intermediate form of liquidity. This right here would just be buy side. So this right here was also giving me an indication, but I didn't know, again, if price wanted to take this out first before doing it, even though we had already taken out this blue line, which was from back here. These these London lows right here. So you can see after price was consolidating, price then expanded, left a fair value gap. And then also, if you can see right here, this right here would be an order block. So these row of down closed candles before the up move, this would have been used as an order block right here. I actually did not catch this order block. Reason being was because I still wanted to see how price was going to react off of this level. And I saw here once price started wicking back up and it closed back like this, that it was most likely going to want to go back up. So now I can even break it down even more on a 15-second chart. Now that we're down on a 15-second chart, you guys can see the price action a little bit more clear, a little bit more broken down. So something that I was looking at was this volume imbalance right here. I was interested to see if it was going to stay open. I actually took a loss right here because I had my initial entry in this volume imbalance. Most of the time, you won't always see price come back down to this order block right here, but obviously it is still possible. So my entry was here, right here in the middle. And I also had, so once price came back right here on this candle, then what I did was I took a buy right here, and then I had my SL. I had my SL right here beneath the consequent encroachment of it, and you can see obviously price came through and violated this right here. So a next thing that I also noticed, I don't want to make it too crazy, was this volume imbalance right here. So after price came back down, this is what gave me my confirmation that price is going to want to keep moving up and not come back down. So price came back, dropped into the order block right here. As it started to rally back up, you can see how this strong candle, if you saw from my last video, I was talking about when price has those strong candles through these volume imbalance, we don't want to see it come back down through it, especially. So this right here gave me the indication price was still going to be bullish. So I was able to capitalize off of this right here. One thing I was also able to capitalize was not only did this 7 a.m. high get taken out, but as price kept going up, it looked like it was targeting this high on the 15-minute. So with that in mind, I kind of understood if price is going to keep going bullish, this would be the draw on liquidity. Bringing it back down to the 1 minute, price came and took me out right here over my TP. As price was still going up, I was able to capitalize off of this move right here. So fair value gap right here, price pushed up. If price is truly bullish, I don't want to see it come back down into it. So I did the same thing, bought at this level with my SL right here underneath the short-term low. Right here underneath the short-term low, which is also right above the midline of this fair value gap. You can see the way price respected it and took me out right here. It was a little back and forth. I got knocked out a couple of times because if you see here on the 15-second, I started off right here. I got knocked out a couple of times on this way up just because I was trailing my stop loss. But as you can see here, I was re-entering in a lot of longs because I understood where the draw on liquidity was. So I had a couple get stopped out, but the majority of my trade ideas were still moving in the right direction. So after price took this out right here, I was just done for the day. Now we can see price is just consolidating. It's not really doing too much. Gun to mind, if I had to pick, I think she's going to sell from this point. There's a lot of imbalance beneath this that I feel like would want to get hit. Specifically, something like this right here. You see the way that she's moving. This will be a point of interest for me too. I understand that she's coming into this short term or this small little order block right here, but I personally think she's going to want to keep going. Yeah, here's another sell side order block. Yeah, see, liquidity, accumulation, market shift right here. Then order block and she's coming back down. I personally feel like she's going to sell. So we're going to see, but that's just the business for the day. And here's the results from today's trading. So you can see here, only made just shy over $900, which is okay. About a little bit less than $700 left until we hit our profit target. So not really tripping on that, you know what I'm saying? God's willing, I feel like we're gonna smack this out the park on Monday. And after that, we're gonna move into the funded account, and we're gonna try to smack them for 5 bands, take their money, buy some more trade accounts, and then smack each of those accounts for another 5 band skis. I'm trying to run it up off their dollar. So if you like the video, as always, like it, comment something that you learned, and subscribe so you can keep up with the journey. Peace. Appreciate y'all boys. I'm out.